Now, as a quick review, when you find a number you want, let's say your number is 45, okay? When you want to add 10 to a number, you add 1 to the digit in the tens place. So is the 4 or the 5 in the tens place? It's the 4. So the 4 is going to go up 1. So if the 4 turns into a 5, if we add 10 to 45, it will be 55. Let's try it now with, if we were to subtract 10, my number will be 76. In order to subtract, you subtract 1 from the digit in the tens place. Is the 7 or the 6 in the tens place? It's the 7. So that means you're going to take 1 away from 7, which will then be 66. So that's how we will work with adding and subtracting 10 to a number. Let's practice some more open number lines. Here's one of our number line questions. Susan has 13 crayons in her school box and 11 in her backpack. How many crayons does she have in all? Let's think about this. What are they asking us? Well, they're asking how many crayons does she have in all? And in all helps me know that I'm going to be adding. So to begin, we need to find what we're adding. Well, she started with 13 crayons, and then she had 11 more in her backpack. So I'm going to start with my bigger number, 13. It's the first number I had, and I'm going to put that on my open number line, 13. Now, the number we're adding to 13 is 11. So to help us, let's write a number model. 13 plus 11 equals blank. We haven't figured that out yet. So what we're going to do is we're going to do some jumps and some little jumps, but with ones. Now, I know in the number 11, there's one group of 10. So I am going to do one jump of 10, and I'm going to write plus 10. Okay? Then I know I have a 1 left over, so I'm going to do a little hop of plus 1. All right? Now, here's my beginning number, 13. I know that to add 10 to this, I have to change the tens place to 1 more. So this 1 is going to turn into a 2, and my ones place stays the same. So I go from 13 to 23. Now I need to add 1 more because we have 10 plus 1 is 11, so we're adding 11 on top. What's 1 more from 23? 24. So 13 plus 11 equals 24. Wonderful. Let's do another. Dana has $52 in her purse and $33 in the bank. How much money does Dana have? So let's begin by reading the question again. How much money does Dana have? So they're asking how much she currently has, not taking anything away, what she has. So we're going to be adding. So let's come up with our number model to begin with. Well, she started with $52, so let's start with 52. And we know we're adding. And then it said she had 33 in the bank. So 52 plus 33 equals, and we don't know yet. So we're going to wait to find out that answer. So let's go ahead and start with our open number line. Let's start with the number 52. Right here. Now I have to add 33 to this number. So let's start in the tens. I know that I have a 3 in the tens, so we're going to do how many big hops of 10? 3. 1, 2, 3. And to make sure I don't forget these big hops, we are going to write plus 10 above all of them. So we keep track. So far I've added 10, 20, 30. I think I need to add a little more. Let's look at our ones. We have to add 3 little hops. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. And each one of those is worth 1. So now we're going to fill in numbers underneath because we have 33 total on top. And now we need to change our number on the bottom. So we started with 52. Which number is going to change? The 5 or the 2 when we add 10? The 5 is going to change because it's in the tens place. So we're going to add 1 to it. The 5 is going to turn into a 6, and we don't change the 1, so it's 62. Let's keep going. 52, 62. What's next? 72. What's next? 82. All right, now here's where we're going to add ones. 82, 83, 84, 85. So 52 plus 33 equals 85. Now in our last problem we're going to go over, I'm going to show you how you can also change the ones if you'd rather do it a little easier or a little differently. Here we go. Our last story problem for today. Sherry has 20 marbles. How many more does she need to have 55 marbles? Now this time we're going to write a story problem and it's going to look a little different. We know that she started with 20, right? So we're going to start with 20 marbles. But it doesn't tell us how much to add to it. It says how many more does she need to get to 55? Well, we know we want to get to 55, so that's our answer or our sum. But do we know how much we need to add to 20 to get to 55 yet? No. So we're going to put a question mark right here. But we are going to start with the number 20 because that's what we started with. And we know we want to end up with 55. Okay? So this time we have a beginning number and we have an ending number. Well, let's go ahead. How much can we add in tens to at least get to 50? Well, we could do at least, let's see here, let's add a 10. Let's do a big 10 and see what we can get from that. 20 turns into 30. Let's do another one. We can keep going with the big jumps. Sorry, my handwriting's a little bad. 30 turns into 40. Let's keep going. 10 more. 40 turns into 50. Now, can I add another 10 or will I go over? I'll go over. So I just need to add ones. Now, this is the part I told you we were going to do a little differently than on the other one. If you know in your head how many ones you need to add to get to 55, you don't need to do each little bitty one. You can just do a littler hop, not quite as big, and put however much you need to add from 50 to get to 55. I know to get from 50 to 55, I would just add plus 5. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to change my color so you can see it. We are going to add all of our hops, all of our jumps, and find out what that equals to give us our question mark. Let's count by tens. 10, 20, 30, 35. So our answer for this problem is 35.